straight in St. Louis. We're going to pick it up in the bottom of the 7th. Dodgers up 1. Manny with a new lid, and that lid is going to prove to be very effective with 2-on-2 out, Brendan Ryan and Manny using his new lid to take one away. Take another look. Manny catches it. The guy announcing the game wasn't sure if it was a home run. He gave it up quick. You got to cue up Terry Cashman's Manny being the man right there. That's all there is. That was Clayton Kershaw went 8 innings, 4 hits, 7 Ks, no runs. He lasted about half the game. Bottom 9, Jonathan Broxton. Not caffeinated. Colby Rasmus. Broken bat signal. Ryan Ludwig scores. We're going to go to extras. Let's go 11. Still tied. Runners on the corners, 1 out. Matt Kemp against Ryan Franklin. High fly ball, shallow right. Ludwig the catch. Casey Blake scores. Yadier Molina needed longer arms. It's 2-1 Dodgers. Bottom 11. Cardinals down 2-1. 1 on for Matt Holliday, who went 2 for 5. There's the shot to left, and it's Manny. You know what that is? That's his version of an X Games 360 right there. Mark DeRosa moves to third.
He's also used that move to cut off a cutoff throw.
Yeah, you've got runners at the corners. Never a dull moment. Next batter, Ludwig. Shot to left. Manny stays afloat. DeRosa scores. Game tied. Later in the inning, 2-on-2 out for Molina. He's going to go make the blooper reel, or so he thinks. Andre Ethier went 0 for 5 in this game, but saves the game right there. We go 12th inning. Bases empty, 2 out for Ramirez against Jason Mott. Shot down the left field line, and Manny's on with a double. 2 batters later, it's Blake up 2 on. Manny still at second. He goes into right, and Ludwig comes up. Manny's coming on home. They didn't get Blake, but they do get Manny. Molina applies the tag, and Ludwig doing his Chuck Connors rifleman imitation. But as we take another look, the tag, no doubt, but Manny's route in doubt. The shortest distance is a straight line. Not so much there. We go bottom 12. Bases empty. 1 out for Joe Thurston. He's on base with a stand-up double, right, of Guillermo Mota. But before Mota throws his next pitch, steps off, throws to first, and did somebody not touch first? Take a look at the replay. The helmet, by the way, is not a thinking cap. Thurston missed. Accurately called. Bottom 13. Jeff Weaver, you come to the park, you're a starter, you don't expect to come into the game. Here he comes, and he's got the heart of the lineup. Starts with DeRosa. Deep right. Needed another scoop of Wheaties. Next batter's Pujols. Chaser. And then Holliday. Looker. Weaver gets DeRosa, Pujols, and Holliday. That's dude. Bottom 15, bases empty. It's Ryan against Weaver. And the slice down the left field line. And it rolls around out there. Manny Ramirez gets to it, but Ryan is on third with a triple. 3 batters later. Runners at the corners for DeRosa. The chopper, play at the plate. And Ryan, even though he's got the mustache, he is out. Russell Martin applying the tag. Martin goes 0 for 7 in this game, but again saves the game with the tag there. 2 out. Now Pujols. Only 1 RBI in his last 9 games. Full count. Winning run at second, so Matt Kemp's got to play in. And it's over. Julio Lugo scores, and the Cardinals win it 3-2 in 15. 4 hours, 53 minutes your time. Longest Cardinals home game since April of 01 when they went 15 innings against the Expos. Blake Hawksworth gets his first career Major League win. Broxton, his 3rd blown save.
Trying to complete a 3-game sweep of the Pirates. Matt Cain and the Giants have pitched 13 shutouts this season. He gets Steve Pearce in the top of the 2nd. Next batter is Brandon Moss. May I help you? No thanks. I'm just looking. Bottom 3rd, no score. Runner on 2nd, 1 out. Andres Torres at the plate. Slow liner over the shortstop. Ramon Vasquez not only makes the catch, but he also doubles up Juan Uribe at second base. And the inning is over. Bottom 7, no score. Runners at the corners. Zach Duke gets Kane to ground into the fielder's choice in the inning. Duke, 7 innings work, 6 hits, no runs. He only struck out 1. Top 9, Andy LaRoche, slow roller. Edgar Renteria. Anybody can do it with a glove. He throws out LaRoche at first. Kane, 9 innings work, 3 hits, no runs, 4 Ks, but a no decision. Matt Capps on the pitch, the bottom of the 10th. Eugenio Velez, first batter he faces, got the leadoff man on. That's the baseball equivalent of a good breakfast. After a sacrifice bunt, Velez on second with 1 out. Capps gets Fred Lewis with a slider. So 2 away now. After a walk, runners on first and second, 2 outs for Mr. Randy Wynn. That's a fair ball. Velez coming around, and it is time to bounce in San Francisco. The Giants win it 1-0. Their first sweep of the Pirates in San Francisco in 8 years.
Let's go AL East leading Yankees, just 5-13 against the Rays and Red Sox this season. But look who's there, George Steinbrenner. Matt Garza clearly listening to some Nugent and doing some stretching. Top 1.
Was that stretch?
Mark Teixeira singles, Derek Jeter scores, and the Yankees are up 1. Bottom 4, Yankees are up 2-0, and Jabba Chamberlain going at Evan Longoria. Longoria was hit Monday by the Yankees. He said he didn't know if this was intentional. He didn't care, just part of the game. That was his post-game response. Chamberlain will then get Longoria to fly out to end the inning. Now, in the top of the 5th, this is Matt Garza's in-game response. That was intentional. More on that in a moment. He hits Teixeira with the high fastball, puts runners on first and second. Your next batter is Alex Rodriguez, and he's a swinger. He went 1 for 5. Top 6, Robinson Cano. I know you know that ball is gonzo. 2 outs, get out, his 16th. Yankees up 3. Garza, 7 innings, 3 earned, 8 hits. Chamberlain, he said he admitted he was nervous with the boss in the house. They're saying, those in the know, that Jabba looked as good as he's ever looked in this game. 8 shutout innings, 3 hits, 5 Ks, and the Yankees win 6-2. Now, AL best 34-16 at home, but Oakland beat him in 11 here Tuesday. Brad Penny, first pitch. Adam Kennedy, who had 5 hits Tuesday, and the A's had 21 hits in that win. His 8, so Oakland's up 1, and Penny's still in trouble out there. Rajai Davis doubles. That clears the bases. 20 minutes, 37 pitches in the first inning for Penny, and he's down 5. Brett Anderson, I'll take a 5-0 spot. Brett Anderson, remember, he's the 21-year-old lefty who's the only pitcher to throw a shutout against Boston this season, and the Red Sox still haven't figured him out. He's throwing that breaking ball. He gets Varitek, he gets Kevin Youkilis, Adam LaRoche, Youkilis again. And you see the breaking ball, great graphics there. Jason Bay, 7 out of the 8 strikeouts were on breaking balls. But here we are, 8-5, bottom 8. David Ortiz is the tying run. He needs that to get it, go foul or go somewhere, not come down, because when it does, there goes the threat. Pops up, Kennedy makes the catch, and the A's beat the Red Sox again. Kennedy gets 2 hits. A's win it 8-6. 4.5 back in the Central, hosting the Nationals, who have a 4-game win streak. Bottom 3, Brewers trailing 4-0. One on Ryan Braun off Garrett Mock. Don't mock me, man. Niger Morgan jumps at the wall, can't hold on. It's a home run. But no, Jim Riggleman says, I don't think so. I'd like you fellas to go take a look at it. Not accurately called. Ball did stay in the park. So 90 seconds later, the umpires come back out, and Joe West says, Braun, you're going to go to third. Craig Counsell, you're going to go all the way home. And it appears to be a fair all the way around. Braun would later score in a wild pitch, so we got 4-2. Bottom 6, how about this? This is Casey McGee. His 2.5-year-old son with cerebral palsy throws out the first pitch. Pinch hit home run for him. Brewers take the lead. They win 7-5.
Unbelievable. Braves and Marlins from South Florida. Marlins have won 6 of 7. Josh Johnson looking for his 10th win. And check out the help from Hanley Ramirez. He's the shortstop making the play over the second base side to get Martin Prado, and then takes one away from Chipper Jones as well. Johnson's defense helping him get out of the inning. Johnson's offense helping him. The pitcher tacking on a 3-run home run off Kenshin Kawakami. Sayonara. Johnson's second home run of the season. Marlins go up 4-0. And Johnson comes out for a curtain call. And the hundreds in South Florida are digging it. Bottom 5, 4-1 Marlins. Ramirez facing Kawakami. And just a complete game for Hanley Ramirez. Defense, offense. Hey, here comes Florida. They've won 7 of 8. Johnson gets his 10th win of the season.
Check out the Reds and Padres. Pete Rose, he's everywhere. Second night in a row, he's in Cincinnati. They love him there. Adrian Gonzalez, smack him, yak him. We had to hear it. Aaron Harang, top 1, 28 for Gonzalez, and the Dads are up 2-0. Later in the first, 2 on. Kyle Banks. He goes and does what Gonzalez did. Padres up 5-0. Blank's 4th home run. Matt Latos. You don't know him, you will after this highlight. Johnny Gomes knows him too well. Brandon Phillips here. Latos and the Padres combined for a one-hitter. It's San Diego, 7-1, your final.
We saw it right there on the mound with the Jays in Seattle. Bottom second, no score, 2-1 for Chris Woodward facing Halladay. Woodward with a base hit. Jose Bautista comes up throwing. Kenji Jojima, lunch meat. Take another look at it. Great throw by Bautista to prevent Jojima from scoring. Keeps the game scoreless. Hottest day ever in Seattle. Neil, you're from that part of the country. What's the hottest day ever?
Well, I was going to guess 106.
102.
All right.
Jose Lopez was hot. That's off Halladay's solo shot. Halladay gave up 11 hits, the most since April 2008 for him. Rod Barajas set up low and outside. Halladay missed his spot. Lopez did miss his 13th home run of the season, 1-0. Top 7, Ryan Roland Smith says he really looks up to Halladay. He had a no-hitter through 6 innings. Aaron Hill says that'll be enough for that no-hitter stuff. Next batter is Adam Lind. And Lind says let's go ahead and ruin that shutout too. 2-run home run. Blue Jays up 2-1. Lind with his 21st home run of the season. But Roland Smith settled down. 3 hits, 2 runs in 7 innings. That's Jack Wilson arriving to Safeco Field. Acquired by the Mariners in the trade with the Pirates. More on that coming up just a minute. Jose Lopez facing Halladay again. Lopez back up the middle. Michael Saunders will be held up at third. But still, bases loaded. 1 out for Ken Griffey Jr., who's 39, but who can still do some things. Wilson said this was a pretty good first impression as he got to look at Jr. Saunders and Ichiro come in to score. Mariners up 3-2. Jr. was DHing. He said that gave him a chance to stay inside in the AC sipping Mountain Dew in the heat. Halladay settled down, though. He gets Chris Shelton there and then gets Jojima to fly out. Possibly his last pitch thrown as a Blue Jay if they do indeed deal him before the non-waiver deadline. Jack Wilson able to celebrate in uniform with his new team. Halladay's lost 3 of his last 4 starts, but he is settled for now in Toronto.
Behind Detroit when the day began, so the winner will remain that way. The loser will fall 3 back. Brian Dunsing facing Jason Nix in his quest for a home run fulfilled. His 7th, 2-1 Twins, the fan. And then look at the reaction. Top 9. 3-2 Twins. 1 on, no outs. Joe Nathan, Jermaine Dye. Good game to watch. 2 batters later, we got runners on first and second, and Chris Getz, check swing at the wild pitch, strikes out, but the runners advance, and Ozzie Guillen says, okay, what do we got going? Because we're going to tie, then are you going to be ready to throw? No, Mark Kotsay, new guy, can't get it done. You know, Chicago's just 1-6 since Burley's perfect game. The Twins remain 2 back of the Tigers. Do better. Me and Stan, how about that, fellas?
We can do this.
Braves Marlins at 10. Chipper Jones up the middle. Hanley Ramirez spinning and grinning. Are you dizzy? He gets the top play, and the Marlins get the win as well.
Back in my day, we used to take skates and break them apart and make skate mobiles. Adam Jones, he's got wheels. And he's up there to make the backhanded catch as the Orioles win 7-3 over the Royals.
Back in your day, I've seen you, man. It's still your day. Market 8, dude. It's Everton and the MLS All-Stars. You watched it on ESPN2. Connor Casey for the header, but Tim Howard. Not on my watch. Everton won 4-3 in penalty kicks.
Neil, you always know just what to say. Number 7, Dodgers and Cardinals. Manny Ramirez, I think he wanted to make top plays. You know, if he kept running, he didn't have to jump for that. But it's Manny being Manny, and the important thing is that he made the grab, and he's always entertaining.
At 6, Padres Reds is Joey Votto's cheese center. No, it's Tony Quinn Jr.'s. His is. Padres win 7-1. Dusty's club struggling.
Number 5, Pirates and Giants. Andy the Roast, a little chopper. Edgar Renteria. Yeah. No glove necessary. More from this game coming up a little bit later, or maybe not.
Give me a T for Texas. Tigers at Arlington, and Miguel Cabrera thinks he's got something, and Marlon Byrd says, Marlon Byrd goes almost shave ice there. We got more from this game later.
Number 3, Rays and Yankees, Deanna Navarro at the plate. Not about him. It's about Mark Teixeira. Return on investment with the leather. Not all about the bat, you know. Yankees win at 6-2.
He had hops for breakfast. Let's go back to the Tigers and Rangers. Ground ball up the middle. Omar Vizquel.
Yes.
Fields it and throws across body. Is Omar Vizquel, I mean, how long has he been playing? Forever, and he still is a top player. Tigers rolled, though, in this game.
And number 1, best play in all the land on Wednesday, St. Louis. Top 12, 2-on, base hit. Manny Ramirez, but look how far he went around third. And Ryan Ludwig is like, I don't care where you're coming from. You're not getting to home plate safely. Yadier Molina with the tag. Cardinals win at 3-2.